Your favorite luxury handbag is becoming more than just a fashion accessory. That's if the latest stats are anything to go by. It turns out Dior, Chanel and Louis Vuitton bags can be an investment with better returns than, get this, the stock exchange. Nobile Madlala is following the story for us. She joins us now to break it all down. So why are people suddenly seeing these designer bags as an investment?
Well, Shahan, if you were guaranteed that you could buy a bag today and say 5 years or 10 years from now, you could get more money than what you invested in it, anyone can buy it. So in this case, Shahan, one of these favorite brands, these big brands that we have always seen in movies and all around, these bags have a resale value which is quite high, Shahan. In fact, if we look at the fact that the pre-owned market is estimated that globally it will be hitting at about $40 billion. And that is just an investment on the pre-owned market. So everybody is rushing in just to make sure that they accumulate, to take chances in this, Shahan. But I must just let you know that all of this is guaranteed only if the quality of your bag stay intact. So people are seeing this as an investment because then 5 years, 10 years down the line, you could get more or you could get a little bit less, but you are still guaranteed the value that you have paid for in the beginning.
As a child, I always used to steal my dad's briefcase and try and take it from him, and I've always loved bags. Growing up, I just appreciate a bold fashion statement piece such as a bag, and getting older I've appreciated limited edition bags, bags that are basically functional art pieces. So it's something that you can have in your home, displayed in a glass cabinet, and you can take out and enjoy them and really make a statement.
So what are the risks of investing in these luxury items though?
Well, Shahan, as you just heard on the previous spots, that some people are investing in these things purely for luxury. So some of the risk is that you have seen that in South Africa, counterfeit goods has been one of the major problems that South Africa has been trying to tackle. In this case, if you are somebody that is trying to invest in this market and you do not know the ins and outs, well, you're running a risk that next time you could have an issue if you walk down to the Chanel store and you said, there's something wrong with my bag, and you didn't in fact buy it from there. Second thing, Shahan, is that you need to at least be able to afford the security and to make sure that you are able to pay the insurance to these assets that you are deciding to buy. But then of course it's not also guaranteed that it will always accumulate, because of course it has to be in good condition. So if it's not in good condition, then you are not guaranteed your money. In fact, I spoke to Viv Govender, and this is what he had to say about investing in these bags instead of stock market.
Look, if you have insider knowledge, just like expert knowledge, if you are, for instance, an art, expert, art historian, you understand artworks properly, you have an eye for these things, you know what you're talking about when you talk about them, maybe you can go out and find, the great investment properties out there in terms of artwork, the great investment art works out there. Something you can buy cheaply, and within 10, 20 years, that artist is such a genius, his work will be known throughout the world, and you'll make a lot of money. Maybe the same thing applies to Louis Vuitton. If you understand, these things well, and you understand what the market looks like, maybe you might be able to. But for the gentleman on the street or woman on the street that wants to basically have an alternative to their RA or their investment plan for their pensions and so on, I would not recommend going into any of these kind of areas as an amateur.
Best I actually wrap up my Louis Vuitton bag, then keep it in good shape for the next couple of years. We'll leave it right there. Nobile Madlala.